Yes, yes, yes. It's Rothbell Dawkins Combat Radio. and if you enjoy the content but have not yet smashed the bell icon, then please kindly do so to stay updated with news and notifications. Okay, without delay, let's get into it. This is the story of developing news with Anthony Joshua's, there's a headline, Anthony Joshua rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr. breaks UK pay-per-view record with more than 1.6 million buys at £24.95. 1.6 million buys. Okay, let's get into it. So, Anthony Joshua's gripping rematch win over Andy Ruiz Jr. broke Sky's UK pay-per-view record with more than 1.6 million buys. 1.6 million buys at $24.95. Okay, so 1.6. Let's look at that 1.6. Bear that figure in mind. We're going to come back to it. Okay, so the monster fight in Saudi Arabia eclipsed the previous record of 1.5. The previous was for 1.5, and that was for the Vladimir Klitschko fight in 2017. Good 2 years ago. Okay, so now that's been eclipsed. The 1.5 has been eclipsed by 1.6 a couple of years later. Okay, so what's Sky box office's most purchased fights, boxing fights? Okay, so let's do it in reverse order. So you had David Haye, Tony Bellew, 890,000. Manny Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton, 900,000. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao, 1 million. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor, 1.1 million. 6. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin, 1.11 million. I remember this fight. Certain haters, certain Yankee haters, not all Yanks, but certain haters were saying this show was gonna be a flop. It didn't even sell out. Look at the numbers, baby. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay, top 5. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Ricky Hatton, 1.15 million. 4. Vladimir Klitschko versus David Haye, 1.17 million. 3. Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker, 1.46 million. Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko, 1.53 million. And number 1, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr., 1.6 million. That's the top 10 Sky box office fights sold. Okay, with the official figures yet to be released, Eddie Hearn revealed the latest fight broke the UK record at $24.95 per buy. Should the 1.6 million figure be correct, the fight will have generated around 40 million pay-per-view. Promoter Eddie Hearn appeared to be celebrating through the night after Joshua's victory. Said, "We broke the record. We did it. When everybody comes to you at the end of the night from the Saudi and says, you just changed the face of the sport, or the face of sport in this country, and then Sky come in and say, you just broken the record, and then Dan's come in and say, the numbers in America were huge. It's a tick, 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 tick. It's a tick. Okay. So, let's go over to, let's turn the page. Let's go over to another page. Remember, that's Sky's numbers, just Sky's numbers. Let's go over to Dazn. Let's have a look how they fared over there. Okay, so in this report by Mike Coppinger, it states Ruiz Joshua 2 pulled in around 1.8 million viewers across the zone's 9 markets. So these are separate figures. These are additional to the 1.6. That was just the UK. Now this is for Dazn rather, across their 9 markets. So pulled in around 1.8 million viewers across the zone's 9 markets and approximately 200,000 new subscribers, with most of those signups coming from the US of A. Let's make America great again. 200,000 new subscribers with most of those signups coming from the US of A. Damn. So, we can safely say, I think we can safely say at this point, don't want to be too presumptuous. Wouldn't want to be too presumptuous. But I think we can safely say that, what is it called? The Clash in the Dunes has been a resounding success. Can't get better than number 1. And that's where they are. Number 1 in the Sky pay-per-view sales records. Number 1 on the hit parade. So, after much chagrin, much talk, much pontificating, we now have the numbers. The numbers are in 1.6 million pay-per-view buys on Sky, 1.8 on Dazn's platforms. It's been a biggie. It has been a big one. Clash on the Dunes was a resounding success. And what we can do now is wait and see what is next. But what say you? It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comment. It's the shares. And this is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. So, we have to look at the 1.6 mil. And then we look across the pond in America. I like to be in America. And the numbers situation over there is a little bit less, what can I say? Optimal. It's a little bit less optimal over there. Deontay Wilder turned in what? Figures range from 138,000 for his fight with old T's. 138,000, and it ranges up to the high point of an alleged 275,000. So we meet in the middle and let's say it was around what? 200,000. 200,000 is meeting in the middle. So potentially, Deontay Wilder sold 200,000 pay-per-views, whereas Joshua sells 1.6 million in the UK only. So yes, the price point is different, but this shows you that the engagement is much higher. Much higher. So what can I say? Leave your thoughts, share your views. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Don't forget the live shows. Mondays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. UK time. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And I'm out.